Oh,
let's go.
Boys,
oh yeah.
what's up?
Oh yeah. We're locked in. We're locked in.
Yeah,
We've never
Tommy.
been more locked in.
We got Tommy from the casting couch.
Dude, I cannot figure out my lighting, man.
Bro, it's not like I'm any better here. It's not like
They don't
Andy
come
or
to us. Yeah, they don't come to us for visuals, brother. That's not.
I
what
hope.
people do.
I hope not, man.
That's not what they're here for.
There's a lot of open opportunity for us to make this podcast better purely by putting in effort on the visual side.
Yeah,
but that is not what we're talking about today.
Nope.
That's not what we're talking about today.
Woo. Man, let's go, bro. Oh,
let's go. That's enough. I don't need a third round. I do not need a third round of that. Boys, do we call that a big win?
What else can you call it? Man. Whew, I feel like I need a cigarette, man. That was wild. That was insane.
I would be down. I would be very down. It might be the biggest win. It might be one of those wins where if they lost this game, it might have been
could have gotten ugly.
It would have gotten ugly if they lost this game. So shout out to the veterans for pulling it together. Because boy, it's one of those things where it's like you talk about a championship team and you're like, at some point it's over, right? Every team we've ever rooted for, at some point it's over.
Yep.
And so it's like a game like tonight, you're like, all right, Steph is locked in. Draymond's playing. He's hurt. Jimmy's wobbling around. He's hurt. But these guys are going to play. If they're going to go all out and lose, it might be over. But they went all out. And honestly, they kind of won comfortably down the stretch. So are we back?
Yeah.
Hire everyone? Are we hiring everyone? Not firing everyone?
Hire everybody. If you're watching on YouTube, by the way, you can join over on Playback. We are live in both places. A little bit of an issue with the chat functionality, but I can see we are live, and let's get started here. I say we get started here. Before we get started, let me make sure my mic is where it needs to be. How's this for a mic? Do I sound better?
Good.
Do I sound better?
Fantastic.
Great.
Do I sound better now?
Can you hear me now?
Too far away. Too far away, huh? All right, guys. Presented by Prize Picks. Get $50 in lineups when you play $5 and use the promo code WELCOME one and all to Light Years. You got the full cast of characters right now. That's how big a win it was. Look, I don't want to say it felt like the season game.
Yeah.
Game 13. Is that where we're at right now?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say that, but it felt like a big fucking game. It felt like a huge game in context of what they said last night, in context of the way the season's been going. I mean, you call out your team for not playing hard when you're Draymond Green. We say there's agendas, personal agendas. When Jimmy Butler says the same thing, you better back it up. And against what are they, first or second place Spurs team right now, one of the best teams in the NBA. With the player, I think, even though he didn't look amazing tonight, I think we all agree
Draymond.
That Wemby guy is pretty fucking good.
Uh,
They got a bright future there. I'm not gonna be a full on hater. I'm not gonna crown them, but I'm not gonna say they're trash either.
Yep.
And also, you're on the road, and that's one of the better home arenas in the NBA. Walk in there, back it up. I mean, to me, that felt like a statement among all statements from the veterans to the rest of the roster saying, I don't give a fuck who you think you are. We'll win without you. We'll dust off GP2. They've been terrible all year. We'll get the second rounder in here. We get Will Richard. Will Richard's nice, but you know what I mean? It's just kind of like it was very much a fall into line type of win for me. And I think that's what they needed. You're gonna make statements like you made last night. You better show everyone exactly what you're about.
I mean, it's exactly what Andy said before we technically started here. Every team you root for, you feel like there's a moment where you feel like the championship window kind of ends. And after what happened last night with the comments post game, and then just you're playing a young, aggressive, fast, athletic Spurs team, the type of teams that have given the Warriors trouble, even going back to like the dynasty days, like defensively built like those, like the OKC teams with KD, very similar profile, have typically given the Warriors issues. And you get 46 points from Steph, 37-year-old Steph. You get 28 from Jimmy, including 5 threes. Draymond had some classic Draymond moments where you think he's going to get tossed from the game. But at the end of the day, I mean, he kind of shut Wemby shit down. Most of the stuff that Wemby got was not on Draymond. It was in transition, or it was when he got a mismatch. It was a veteran win, man. Like they put their foot down and said, hey, you can say whatever you want about like, oh, we want to take over this pods or Kuminga. We want to take over this franchise one day. We want to like be the guys that take the torch. The old guys are still here. And it doesn't seem like they're going anywhere, at least not this year.
It's one of those where if you don't show up after what's Jimmy and Draymond said last night, the season's not over, but it's like, it's for all intents and purposes, like the locker room's done, right? Like it's one of those where it's like, Draymond had the best defensive game. By the way, Wemby 31, 15, and 10. And I thought Draymond was excellent. Draymond is the perfect defender for Wemby. Jimmy Butler shot threes. I honestly, just laughing. I'm like, oh, now he decides to shoot threes. He just
5 for 7. He might not make 5 threes before the fucking new year. The rest of
not for the next 2 weeks. Yeah, not for the next 2 weeks. That's for sure. But going back, right? Like you guys are saying it. It's like it's one of those games where, look, dude, all the yapping that your 2 veteran guys did, and we'll talk about who it's about, but it's clearly about Pods and Kuminga. If you don't show up and make a statement like they did tonight, what are we even talking about? And that's why this win feels so big, because it's like, hey, man, we can't give this effort every night, but we can do this. We can still beat the best teams in the world. You guys need to come and help us because we still got the juice, but you guys got to help us out. And so lead by example. It did work. It worked tonight.
It totally by example. And I think it was a statement in many ways. I think the frustration that they said last night was warranted because I don't actually think they've played poorly. I mean, could they have played better during the stretch where they lost games? Of course they could have, but they still played smart basketball. They tried to get it going, but it was a lot of, all right, I'm not going to play with playoff intensity. I need some of the young guys to bring it, and I'm going to, kind of play smart and figure out my moments this way. And I think that kind of fed them up when they got their asses handed to them by OKC. I think that's really what it was last night. I I don't know that it was aimed more at Pods or Kuminga. I think it's hilarious. Anyone's trying to argue it's specifically aimed at one person. I think it's a pretty clear statement from veteran guys who are going to the Hall of Fame, just saying to the younger guys, you guys haven't accomplished shit. Like, what are we doing here? You got when I was they did the metaphorical when I was your age. Draymond sitting here going, I was a second rounder. I was buried. They signed like 10 guys to be the starter in front of me. And I took the job from every one of them because I fucking wanted it. And Jimmy Butler is the exact same way. I mean, Jimmy, everyone knows his story. JUCO player, Marquette, not a first round, like he forced stardom onto the world. So they just don't have very much patience for these guys who just think it's going to be handed to them on every step of the way. And that's kind of what it was. And I love the fact that they backed it up. Like, more than anything, it would have been so sad to me if they played their asses off tonight and they couldn't do it. Cause then I would have been with you, Andy. I would have been like, man, it might be over for my boys. That's like, that would have been where my head was at. But they backed it up. They did what they needed to do, which was kind of just remind everyone on the roster, nothing is given to you. Nothing is ever given to you in sports. Nothing's given to you in the NBA. You have to fucking take it. And then, I'd be remiss if I said it, like the Warriors 3 stars. None of them were anointed like Wemby. Even Steph, lottery pick. Nobody thought Steph would be this guy. They're all kind of guys who took it from someone who supposedly deserved it more than them. So it felt it's ironic, but I feel like this has been the Warriors thing throughout the entire 2 timelines. The vets have been having to prove it to their own fucking team more than to the rest of the league. Woo.
Woo. I mean, look, you can even look at a guy in Pods and Kuminga's age bracket. And I thought Pods was not great tonight, but he played hard.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But Moody, how many times has Moody been taken in and taken out of the rotation over the past 4 to 5 seasons? It's been a lot. But he keeps getting better. He keeps focusing on the things that he knows are going to get him playing time, which is becoming a better shooter, which he looks like one of the better shooters in the NBA right now, 5 for 10 from 3 again tonight. And he just keeps getting better defensively. And he's earning his minutes in a way that those other 2 really haven't yet. And he never makes excuses. He never talks about what he wants to be. He never makes excuses for when he doesn't get playing time. In fact, he does the opposite. And he talks about how, this is part of the deal in the NBA. You're going to go through ups and downs like this, but he just kind of keeps his head down and keeps working. And now you're seeing the results of that. What did he play tonight? Probably 35 minutes. I don't have the box score up, but he was as important as anybody outside of the big 3 tonight.
Yeah, honestly, I wish he played 35 minutes, to be honest. I'm kind of sitting here and I was kind of pissed. They kind of ran away with it at the end. And I'm with you on the Moody versus, it's not an either or, but I'm with you on the Moody versus argument, where it's like, man, a lot of these guys talk a lot of game, and Moody's the one that's actually showing up and playing like it. So biggest win of the season, I think, guys. Like a biggest win of the season. It feels like game. You guys remember Game 7 against Sac? You guys remember that one where Steph in the locker room, it was reported after, like, hey, you guys either put your shit aside and show up and get on the bus and get on my back, or don't. And then remember, Steph drops 50. Legendary shit. Steph almost dropped 50 tonight. And look, that stuff didn't end well, because the Lakers, they were a better team in the second round. But it is a little sad where it's like we're still having the same type of conversation 2 years from now, but it echoes that type of hey guys, get on my back, either put your agendas aside, right? Like, I'm just paraphrasing those guys last night, like, put your agendas aside and play for the team. Or Draymond said it was kind of nuts, because I feel like I didn't get a chance to react to it. It was kind of nuts, where it's like, he said, hey, you either show up for the team, or this is the stuff that gets you traded. And I'm just like, ooh. Like, I was just like, woo, like that's not, you know what I mean? Like, that's not nothing. And so I thought Pods play to Tommy's point. I thought Pods, I was frustrated. He did a lot of dumb shit, but also, like, he did Pods shit. Like, he loose balls, big 3 at the end, plus minus was like, he just did Pod shit. The other guy we'll talk about later, but just, I thought it was good.
Pods competes hard. I think he gets
always.
He gets his fucking what's the expression? Get your head over your skis a little bit. Like, he gets a little too excited. He definitely fucking talks too much. Like, he just Draymond said it during camp, and it's probably the most salient thing. It's like, just keep some shit to yourself, man. Like, you don't need to tell everyone you could have been the white Otani, like some of that. And it's like, he's not the first athlete who fucking thinks he can do anything. Like, pretty much every guy who reaches the pros has a certain level of, I can do whatever I put my mind to. Like, you don't get to that level without it. But he puts an undue amount of hate on his back by speaking. Correct. And he's not ready to back up half the shit he says. Like, he is a good player. He can help teams. He is not ready to take the fucking torch from Steph in any capacity. And so, whether, like, I get the vets are rolling their eyes at it, because the vets mentality is like, I've fucking faced an elimination game in Boston and put 44 points. By the way, both Jimmy and Steph did that at different times, put 40 on them while I'm facing eliminate. That's what real pressure is. Like, let's chill out about your 15-7 against the Sacramento Kings in the regular season. That's kind of what it comes down to. I think the last point I want to make on the veterans is they are getting older. They do not have the legs to do this every night.
Right.
But it means so much to me to see that they can still hit the ceiling when they want to.
Yep.
And I think the only thing I want to say to Warriors fans is one day they won't be able to, but never forget these dudes are about the right thing. So if they have a comment about the young guys, you should probably listen to them. You should probably take their side on it, because they know what they're talking about. They've been there. They've been in big games. They know what winning players look like. They know what guys who can actually perform in May and June look like and what it takes to be there. And look, I'm fucking geeking out over the draft like I do every year. I know what it's like to get hyped about a young guy. I know what it's like to get so excited about a new player and the direction it can take your team. But you can't let that lose sight of what's actually real and what's fucking fake. These players could be anything. The veterans on the Warriors have actually been everything. And that's kind of where I'm at with it, where it's just like, I don't know how. Yeah, I felt good about that one.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking good. We got to clip that one, Tim.
You're like, as we're talking about all this about the veterans specifically, what it reminds me of, and I don't know if you guys remember this, after Game 6 in Houston 2019, when they beat Houston, Steph goes for 33 in the second half.
Yeah. Oh, my favorite game ever.
Yeah, Kerr gets on the podium after, and he goes, "Our guys are fucking giants." And that's exactly what that performance from Steph and Jimmy and Draymond was. And I said, okay, you guys can have whatever thoughts you want about where you want to take this franchise. You're clearly not ready to do it yet, and we're still here. And it's not to create friction in the locker room, but they needed to show everybody they can still, like Sam was saying, they need to show everybody they can still backpack like that.
Right.
So to make everybody, hey, get on our backs. We'll carry you a lot of nights, but on the nights where we can't, we need you guys to show up with the right mentality and the right effort and help us out, because they're not going to be able to do it for all 82. We all know that.
No.
But they can't. We're going to get maybe 10 to 15 of those games this year, maybe, where they play with that level of effort and intensity. So they need these young guys to come along when they can.
Yeah, I'm with you, because they literally turn it back around on Friday night, and we don't know what's going to happen, but it felt like one of those things where it's like,
get the oxygen mask out.
It's shit, get me the IV and the oxygen tank tonight, for these guys. But at the end of the day, it's more about proving it to okay, that's a bad word. Not proving it, but it's more about, hey, we're gonna lead the charge. Pods, come join. Kuminga, come join. And it's it was frustrating kind of seeing. Yeah, I think we're beating a dead horse, guys. It was frustrating seeing the. Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
Yeah, I was just gonna be sometimes you got to make it uncomfortable for younger guys, right? LeBron is known for being passive aggressive, but is it not the same thing what they just did tonight, which was kind of it's just kind of all right, you guys think you're hot shit. I'm about to show you what it really looks like, and I don't fucking care which one of you is in the lineup, because we'll win. But Will Richard, get up. GP2,
get up. Yep.
Put some fucking, Bengay on your knees, get up, that sort of thing, right? It's just, that's kind of the mentality with it. It's it's the same thing that we all revere about guys like Jordan and Kobe, and I don't know, Tommy mentioned 2019, whenever the Warriors run truly ends, and maybe it's already ended, But whenever it like actually ends and those guys go on, I think 2019 will be the thing I think about the most in many ways. That Houston series, the game 5 when KD tore his Achilles, and they should have lost that game, and they just tore it. They stole it away from Toronto. It was literally just veterans being like, you guys are going to have to take it from us because we're not going to just bend. We're just not going to lie down for you. And then the game 6, like, I mean, and
they would have won that too if it wasn't for another ligament.
But that was it. Like they left it on the floor. Like that's kind of always going to be my thing with these guys, which is they're not perfect. Like eventually shit runs out. You get old, things don't feel that way, but like they don't lose or they don't quit. Is what like really it comes down to. It's like it's an honorable way to go down.
Those are things. I was talking to a boy last night, and we were talking about like the prospects in the Bay Area, right? Like the last time the Giants had a wave of prospects was fucking 10 years ago, and they won 3 titles. The last time, and the last time,
more like 15. Don't lie yourself.
Shit, you're right. 15 years ago. Oh God, I the Warriors were 10 years ago. The Giants were 15 years ago. And you see when you get a wave of those guys. Like those guys, like actual guys, you win championships, right? The Niners had guys, man. Like they just never got over the hump, but they had guys. And then now we brought it up because we were looking at the Sharks. The Sharks feel like they have some guys. I'm not a hockey guy, but it's like they feel like they got the next wave of prospects.
Lying
to bring. Hopefully, I don't really care either way, but I'm like it seems kind of cool. But to bring it back to the Warriors, there's only so many guys like that you're ever going to see. Like not every draft you get guys, right? And the guys
we've learned that.
We've learned that in
hopefully Joe's learned that too.
And the guys that the Warriors got were very clearly Steph, Clay, and Draymond. And then now we're seeing a guy, which is Jimmy Butler. And it's like, it always goes back to the ownership where it's like, man, like you don't take this stuff for granted. Cause like, how often are you going to get real guys like this? Where Jimmy just decides to make 5 threes tonight. He just decides to fucking do it and he just does it. You know what I mean? You know, like how is that even a thing? Like
his little jump, by the way, is the funniest thing ever on a 3. That's when you know he's fucking feeling it. When he's just like, I'm hitting this right now.
It just like those are the type of things where you're like, those are not things where you get every draft. Like Jimmy Butler doesn't pop up every draft. Draymond Green doesn't. Obviously, we know about Steph, but like Draymond Green doesn't pop up every draft. And I think that's just something that's always been underrated for all of these runs, man. Like you just don't be like, oh, we're gonna draft a guy too, and he's just gonna end up being as good as Clay. Like fuck off. Like that's just not how it works.
If you could just find guys in the draft like that, there would be no point to ever pay a player because you could just replace them.
Yeah,
but you know,
it's not baseball.
Even in baseball, say what you want. Say what
Yamamoto.
You want. Yeah,
Yamamoto. Like you're not getting a guy that.
My guy.
You know. Yeah, we're not. I don't know why I brought down. I don't know why. This is my fault. But like, just you know what I'm saying. Like there is just. It feels like Wemby's a guy. I mean, you look at Harrison Barnes. Obviously not a guy. That's why. That's why they lost that championship. But like, there are these just. And when these guy moments are when like, hey, Jimmy talked a lot of shit last night. He called people out. Draymond called people out. And then they show up tonight. Steph is whatever. I mean, we know how Steph is, bro.
Well, Andy, I heard they were actually Draymond and Jimmy were actually talking about each other. That's what I heard. That's what people were telling me.
Come on.
Did Sam just leave?
Did Sam just bounce on us? He was that
fucking leave. Oh my god!
That's all we got for tonight, guys. No, I'm kidding.
It's crazy because to talk about that for a second, like if you know, I mean, you've competed at higher levels than me, but it's like if you competed at a high level, it's like guys like Draymond and Jimmy, like if they're gonna fucking fight, they're not fighting in front of the media. They're fighting on the court. Like guys like that are fighting on the court. There's no passive aggressive shit. Like guys like Draymond and Jimmy, they're fighting on the court. They're fighting in front of everyone. They're not fighting through fucking Nick Friedell's interview fucking shit. You know what I mean?
I didn't even want to give this the time of day, but I just want to say if you're a person on Twitter who was implying that was going on, you are fucking retarded. I'm just going to throw that out there. I have nothing else to say. Like this was not hard to figure out what was going on. This was not hard to figure out what they were saying. They were sending a message to younger players That's also be honest with you. It's like
it's true.
People fucking galaxy braining this stuff because they want to create an agenda. That just means you need a job. That just means you're online too many hours a day. And this is coming from someone who's online too many hours a day. So I'm not saying it from like I'm some high and mighty person standing on the mountaintop, hiking every weekend. I don't think that would make me cool, to be honest. I don't know why I went that route. But anyway, it's just I don't know. I want to it. It's fun. That felt good.
Yeah,
it did.
That felt good. And I mean, more than anything, I think we're all in agreement here. I needed that because the season was going to get very dark. If they got their asses handed to them tonight,
and it looks like it for a minute. In that first half, it looks like it was going to get ugly, but they were able to right the ship somehow. So, just thankful that they were, man, because it was getting real depressing midway through that second quarter. I was like, all right, I was going through like all the thoughts that Andy was saying when we first heard. That's what I was going through. I was like, maybe they're just done. And I've been as optimistic as anybody about this team, but I was like, maybe this is it. Maybe they just don't have the juice anymore. And they came through again. They always seem to. So, like I think both of you said it, enjoy it while it lasts, because you don't get teams like this very often. Maybe once or twice in a lifetime.
In a freaking lifetime. All right, let's get to more of it. But and we got calls. We get the phone lines here.
Yeah, I was gonna say tonight is a night to let people sound off, and I see there's a handful of people already. If you want to join us and you're watching on YouTube, come over to Playback. You can get in. But before we do that, let's pay a bill.
Yeah. Light Years Podcast, we are brought to you by PrizePicks. You guys know the deal. Get $50 in lineups when you play $5. Make your picks in less than 60 seconds. Turn your sports takes into real money all season long on PrizePicks. Blah, 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 blah. Listen. Here's the most important thing, guys. PrizePicks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. I love it, right? Because I just, when I'm looking at games, I don't want to think about 4 different guys. I'm just trying to think about, all right, can I go with Wemby tonight? Right? I know that he's going to be the biggest guy on the court. I know he's super skilled. Can I just go with the more on points, rebounds, especially blocks? Like, it's pretty simple. If I know that Draymond's guarding him, then I know Draymond's going to get under him and force a ton of turnovers. I think Wemby at 8 tonight. Like, that's more again. If you want to do football, the guy that I always go with is CMC. I think it's going to be a great week this week. They play the Cardinals. I mean, that's easy money. Whatever the numbers are going to be at, just go more on all of them. So, again, PrizePicks, the only app that does stacks. Download the app today. Use code LightYears to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code LightYears to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, it's good to be right.
It is good to be right. Nothing better than being right. Let's be honest.
We're always right.
Never wrong, just early. Another thing that's never wrong, just early, is Skims. Let's be real. Nothing matters more than feeling comfortable in your own skin. Look good, feel good, perform good, right? Like, these are all things. And the number one thing that makes you feel good is actually having a pair of underwear that fits right, that doesn't make you uncomfortable all day. You're sitting, you're standing, like, end of the day. Underwear is the first thing you put on. It's the last thing you take off. It has more of an effect on your mood than you give it credit for. More than you really think. And so, like every other guy, it's something I went cheap on for a long time. And then I got a pair of Skims, and life-changing. The 5-inch boxer briefs, best pair of underwear I've ever tried on. Guys, if you're looking, I would advise getting some Skims. So, guys, go to shop Skims Men's at skims.com. And if you're looking for the perfect gift for the whole family, Skims just launched their biggest holiday shop ever, also available at skims.com. Let them know we sent you. After you place your order, select podcast in the survey and select our show in the drop-down menu. Guys, that's skims.com. Select podcast, select Light Years. All right, let's get to it. We got some goons trying to come in.
It's lock and load. What we got?
We start with Guru.
All right.
Guru's our new leadoff hitter here.
What's going on, guys?
Is he the Brown Ohtani?
last time,
can he pitch too?
last time I batted second, so I was Mookie Betts. But I appreciate being Otania. Hope you guys don't walk me.
Hey, congrats! Did you?
Yes, she was born on November 1st. She was
Ah,
born on November
congrats,
1st.
man.
Congratulations.
That's awesome.
Have you
Thank
slept?
No. But,
There you go.
I mean,
At least you're honest.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I mean, thankfully, I had the in-laws living with us for a little bit.
Yep.
And
Nice.
so that's been a godsend because like at 4:30 a.m. they come to take the kid, and the wife and I are able to sneak like 3 hours, and like it's just about living with that, right? Like, ask me how I feel when I start work next week, Monday.
Oh.
So okay, I mean, but that's another thing I'm gonna have to get used to. But hey, that's what coffee is for, right?
And Celsius.
Mick Walters has advice for you here. He says, well, wait 13 to 14 years. You're going to go back to not sleeping again. But we don't need to go there right now.
Yeah, I don't know if I can handle a teenage girl.
Did this game rejuvenate you and make you feel less sleep deprived?
No, absolutely. Because obviously, the previous games I wasn't really able to follow because of the baby and the wife had a C-section too, and so like it was just like a hospital and the baby's on the NICU as well. So it's going back and forth. I hadn't really been able to follow the Dubs until yesterday. And then after seeing how the first half of yesterday went, I'm like off. I switched that off really quickly and then went back to life. But no, this is super rejuvenating, especially considering like the Twitter back and forth, the media back and forth. All I was hearing for the first couple of days were Steve Kerr quotes, and like that got me rejuvenated personally because Steve Kerr is usually not hard on his guys in the first games of the regular season. At least that's been my biggest criticism of him. Like when the team starts to slip up, especially the beginning of the year after they won the championship, they started slow, right? And I felt that Steve Kerr could have been more like stricter, or you know what I'm trying to say, right? But like I love the quotes from him coming after. Was it the was it the Pacer game or the Kings game? I forget what. It's been a long 2 weeks, guys. So yeah, I mean I like that. And then when Draymond said today he wasn't talking about the young guys, I went back to when Draymond was talking about JK's contract situation, and he said, I'm not talking about JK. He was talking about JK then, and he's talking about the young guys now. So let's calm. Like Draymond doesn't like. Yeah, he doesn't know how to hide himself in those situations, but like, yeah, he was. And I mean, JK went out the second half, and we all saw what happened, right? We're not blind. We're knowledgeable, right? And it's not a rub against JK. He's just like a one-dimensional player right now. If he cannot beat his man off the dribble, if he cannot run the break, if he cannot rebound, then why is he out there? It's the same thing with Buddy, right? If Buddy's not hitting his three, why is he out there? And last year we had to live with Buddy being on the court because he was our only option. And I guess we're facing a little bit of that with Pods right now. We'll see when Milton comes back what happens with Pods. But like, I love that Will Richards started. I love Moses Moody started. And yeah, this felt like a must-win game, and they played like it in the second half. Yeah.
Have a great evening, Guru. Get some sleep.
Appreciate you, Guru.
Try to get 4 hours tonight. Do your best.
I'll try.
He's too fired up from the game, dude. Ain't nobody sleeping.
I am.
You needed that. I mean, what I'm taking from this is the Warriors are like 6-1 when Guru watches, and
oh my god, yeah,
and like 1-5 when he doesn't. So you're gonna have to carve out a little time, not just like stop being selfish. Do it for everyone else.
I will say this start time, this Midwest start time is the perfect start time for me, because like then the game's over by 7:30. I'm on with you guys at around 8, and then I'm on baby duty at night, right? So it's perfect. I just hit the 8 p.m. start NBC, but I guess that's only ever so often.
That's right. Have a great evening, man.
Appreciate you, Guru.
Once she goes to sleep, it's time to watch some TV. Time to game. My boy has a girl same age, and
10
He's
days?
just gaming. Yeah.
12
Yeah,
days? I
no,
don't know.
no.
It doesn't-
Just gaming whenever she sleeps. Depends if your kid sleeps or not. Who we got? Gio. Oh boy. Oh boy. What's up, G? Is he on? Unmute yourself, big dog.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Gio always has issues.
Gio's coming in on Nokia flip phone.
Yeah. We got to keep it moving, Gio. But we got
Call back in, Gio.
Yeah, please.
Calling in from a phone booth.
Yeah. You know how he is.
We got Eugene up here. Eugene usually has reliable Wi-Fi.
Yeah, he's usually good for it. Good quality.
Love
Yeah.
it. Let's go.
Oh, there's our guy.
Everyone's got the upside down shit now. I don't get it. Like, what's
So,
with the what's
it
with
was
the
it was a
upside down?
gift. I wouldn't really wear this, but it's a gift, so I have to wear it. It's a golf thing. That's why.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I know, a couple of my boys got it, and I just don't get it. Everyone's got the Bay Area upside down. It's like, whatever.
It's a golf. You guys will get into golf soon. You guys are still youngers, but just you wait. Just you wait.
You guys are not so much, but
No, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I saw the game and I was like, I can either run errands or watch them on a back-to-back at Spurs. I'm gonna be honest. I ran my errands, and I was like, I don't. But I got the fourth in. Steph kind of pulled me back in, and like a couple thoughts. Like, one is a hot take, okay, but when DeAnthony comes back, and a big if he's healthy, we're gonna be fine, okay? Because like I think for me the biggest thing is I can see what Steve's doing. Like the guys know what they're doing, but the problem is when Steph's not there, no one can break the defense, right? And you just get, and I'm, it's a big if he's healthy. But when I see this, like I'm actually kind of, I don't say encouraged, but I'm like, man, Melton will fill in so many holes, which gets me to pods. So I was watching the Spurs broadcast because I'm cheap, so I'm streaming off some website. And I remember, I don't know if you remember this, but he stole the ball, or like he got a jump ball from Wemby, and the announcers were like, "Oh, that's some Jose Alvarado annoying stuff that Pods is." And I was like, I never thought about it, but that's such a good player comp of what Pod should be in this stage, rather than white Shohei Ohtani or whatever it may be. Tommy, and he was like, he's so annoying. Like,
never seen Alvarado hit one into McCovey Cove.
To the Cove, to the Cove. Yeah.
But, Alvarado's annoying against the other teammates. The only person annoying to Pods is his own teammates, and I'm just like, man, you gotta grow up. So with Pods, I'm just like, man, I think I mentioned this, like, he's the type of player, if you let Steve have, he's gonna play too much. And it's like, he played 29 minutes. I was like, you should be playing like 19 minutes in a game like this. So I'm hoping Melton solves everything. Kuminga getting a knee injury, I hope he's healthy, but that might help too. Just keep him on ice for the trade deadline. Kind of, use the first couple games, and hopefully they get amnesia by the last couple games. Flip him for Trey Murphy, something like that. I'm not sure, but
hey, they flip him for Trey Murphy. We really might be cooking. I mean, that is the.
We got like 35 games. I refuse.
You don't want to entertain, Sam? I'm entertained.
Let's start it now.
How many years have I got myself a little too excited at this point in the season about the trade deadline, only to be disappointed?
Trey Murphy.
So pretty much just every year. You're correct.
Trey Murphy on this team. Can you imagine? He might have like 10 open threes a game.
But why stop there? Like 80s on the table. Like the sky.
I heard him. I did see it.
But do we want him? Maybe we should just hold out for Giannis.
Shit. Oh God. Shit, dude. I'll take PJ Washington. Like that. That feels like an upgrade.
Tommy's 2 a.m. at last call all the time.
Hey, but
I'm out.
Okay, but hypothetically,
Najee Marshall doesn't look so bad.
No.
Relax.
Good
player.
That's going too far. If Herb and Trey are available, just unload the clip. Like, we've seen enough.
Sure.
It's been 5 years. Like, for us to have 3 of these talks through through pressers and cryptic, stop your BS. These guys aren't it. Like, that's just my. They're good role players, but they don't want to be role players. So you gotta ship them out.
That's actually the line, though. It's like they're good role players, but I don't know if Kuminga's a good role player, but it's like they're good role players, but they don't want to be. Like that is the line, though. It's like I unload the clip for like Trey and Herb. The problem is Joe's looking at Trey and Herb like, What is that? What is it? Let me get. I bet you Joe wants Zion. Like I bet you it's like, if it's a Pelican, he's like, give me Zion. I bet.
You know what the Joe issue is? The Joe issue isn't that he won't trade Kuminga for Trey. It's he won't trade Kuminga and 2 picks.
Yeah.
Yes.
For Dre.
Picks.
Because those picks are going to be the next Wemby and Darren Peterson and Cooper Flagg. And, he may have given up
pick
hope
might be the
on,
next Trey, by the way. Could be the next Trey. You never know.
or it's probably going to just be the next Kuminga. I've watched your scouting, buddy. Not buying, but but I mean that's what it is. It's like we'll see. We'll see.
My last take. You know what's going to be sad, and I really predict this. Kuminga's going to have an Aaron Gordon timeline and figure it out somewhere
100%.
not on the Warriors, and that's going to be really sad to see. But it's got to happen. Like I think Aaron Gordon has proven to me, you got to kill your dreams for you to grow up, and it just sucks that we had to draft him to do that. So
Yep.
And Aaron Gordon's literally said that. That's a great point because Aaron Gordon said the same exact thing. He needed to fail as that number 1 option in Orlando, where it's like, all right, maybe I'm just not that guy, but I can make $40 million a year playing off of Jokic and getting 4 dunks a game and 6 wide open threes. Like, it's not a bad life to live if you're willing to accept.
Pretty good luck. It's honestly. Pretty
it's a
good
great.
life.
I'm
Pretty
gonna
good
disagree
life.
with you. I don't see it. I think, and this is you're gonna.
He just might be that bad. He just might.
No,
be
it's
that
not. I
bad.
don't think he's actually that bad. I think he just likes to score the ball.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna have a nice like Julius Randle arc, where
Ooh, I like that comp.
where
Julius
it's
Randle's
like
a better scorer though.
he's
A
gonna
better passer too.
Oh, I like that comp. I like the Randle comp. I like it.
or throw Rudy Gay in there. Like one of these guys who like they can score the ball, but they're not Kevin Durant. They're not Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
They're not like
Yeah.
guys you build around.
Jeremy Grant.
Yeah. Like these are all very good players in the scheme of things. They're just not players conducive to playing the role they need to play on a winning team.
No, because Aaron Gordon's actually a winning player, but Julius Randle is not. I like the Randle one because Aaron Gordon is like, I want Aaron Gordon on my team. Julius Randle, do not want him. Jeremy Grant, do not.
Because he has to be a top 2 option to play his role, but you can't win anything with him as your top 2 options.
No.
Whereas he's never going to be able to be like, I'm thrilled to be the 4th option guy who does all the dirty work and occasionally pops in for 20.
It's also
or
like
against the Warriors 50 out of nowhere.
it's also like, can he do the dirty work? Like that's the other question. It's like, can he? Like Aaron Gordon, I don't know him at all, but it felt like something. Maybe he was always a winning player type. But regardless, that's not happening on the Warriors. That whatever his ceiling is not.
Ceiling. Forgot about Josh Smith.
Josh Smith was good.
Wow.
Though. Josh Smith was
Absolute beast in NBA 2K8 or whatever it was.
like Anthony Randolph, baby. Anthony Randolph could have been Josh Smith, bro.
Yeah, could have been.
Could have been. All right, Eugene. Appreciate you, dog.
Eugene, appreciate you, man. All right, we're gonna give Gio one more chance here.
All right, Gio, come on, man.
Turn on your microphone. Act like it's certainly not your first time.
He's calling in from a payphone on The Sopranos. Like, what the hell's going on?
It's 100th time.
Underwater.
He's gonna be like, oh, no. I fucking love Gio, man. Come on, Gio. Jesus Christ. All right.
Oh, man. On the big screen.
Gio, you're killing us, brother. You're killing us. We got to keep him moving.
He's using AOL dial-up.
What's the what's before the dial-up? Was it just the dial-up?
Well, there were stages to dial-up.
Yeah.
We're all about the same age. We remember those days.
Oh my God. Can't be on the phone while somebody else is on the internet.
It's facts.
The unction.
All right, Haka, what are we on, dude? Back to back?
Man,
guys, we're back to back. We gotta get like McWalter or Tachion. We know those are hitters. That's a good.
I'm purposely saving McWalters.
Yeah,
but we might have to go to him. We might have to rearrange the batting order now.
Yeah. We gotta get some hits. We gotta
change it. We gotta change the.
Oh,
there we go. Change the vibes.
That's all right. It's my living doing video shit. I better have this right. God damn it. Maybe give me a bad time at UCSF. Anyways, wow. Steph joining the Jordan Club. That graphic they threw up there seemed to be missing LeBron James. Where was LeBron James on that graphic? He was nowhere to be seen. How does he not have more than Larry Bird's 27 40-point games after the age of 30? The guy's older than dirt. How's he not done it? I don't understand. He's in like my age bracket almost. And that doesn't make sense. That graphic must have an asterisk or something on it. I don't understand, because if it's true that LaFraud is nowhere near that number, it just goes to show how great Stephen Curry truly is, to take the other guy that's of his caliber in his era and just absolutely dwarf him in terms of like absolute GOAT material, which is how I lead to winning games. Me putting a team on my back and not having to be carried by the Luka Doncic's of the world, the Anthony Davis's of the world, the whatever we want to say, Dwayne Wade's, who was a winner before him, of the worlds. Carry me, LeBron. Yeah, where is that? You know what? I don't need that up here. I already got the guy that can carry everything on his back, because he went and he did all that work, and he's leading us to the promised land. Even though we got a bunch of scrubs here who aren't playing hard behind him. What the heck? Why does our Onk team have to come out here and basically slap everyone beside the head to like perform and to go out and do stuff? I mean, if you don't want to win, don't be here. Don't sign your thing. Hey, don't even take the qualifying offers. Just leave. If you don't want to be here, don't be here, Pods. Don't go around like gallivanting around the Bay towards like Bay FC and to like the Valkyries and stuff with your whack ass hairdo. Be serious. Come out here and play some actual ball. I saw you cower when Wemby went behind you. It's absolute bullshit. Know what you're doing. Don't just stop and travel like a middle school basketball player. What the hell? I need some serious people on this team, or else we're going to be this middling team that we are right now, 7-6. A middling team. The last time I called in here, we were high flying. Everything looked great. I said, hey, I'm really worried about these games against these crummy teams. What did we do? We went 2-3 against them. 2-3 against all those games I called out. Absolutely pathetic. And we have to go in and do better. We have to get this next game in San Antonio too, right? Get them while we can and build the record back up, or else we're going to be in the same problem we've been in every single year.
Yeah, you're right.
Look at this guy.
7-6 better than 6-7.
Seven.
This is how you know he's a dad.
If you know,
The laugh is just so on point.
Oh God, this is how he's a dad of kids. It's just like, Steph, come on.
Now I really want him to go for 67 in a game, like just for the pure shit talking. Oh, and even my teenagers would go nuts over that crazy shit. Not as much as the little ones would, but that's a thing all of itself, which is honestly disturbing. But whatever. And yeah, I mean, there were a lot of good things. I liked how they played in the second half. I like how they attacked and used. I mean, that's the perfect way to use Steph. When you have a guy like Wembanyama who wants to kind of like make his point and like, I'm going to shut down Steph in the fourth quarter, and then we just backdoor them. Who gets layups on them now, right? And, I joke around, who's this Wemby guy? I mean, he does make a huge difference in the paint, and they basically made him a perimeter defender in the fourth quarter.
GP2 was unbelievable. Yeah, look, GP2 was
so good,
unbelievable.
Man.
He turned the clock back.
He
I mean,
did.
he's GP2's been so bad this season, and you're just like nights like tonight. You're just like, that's why this guy's.
This is why Steph wants him on the roster. Is like, look, man, I need someone at the end of the bench that
someone who
when
knows
shit gets
the basket.
When shit gets tough, I can be like, Gary, get up.
He's going to send me a
show him how it's
screen.
done.
He's going to get a rebound and pass it back to me. He's not going to do some weird shit. He's not going to dribble, turn it over. He's not going to take a bad shot. Like, look, again, like I said, he's been bad, but tonight are the games where it's like, and I think Will Richard's the same way. Like, honestly, like I just don't see Will Richard making dumb mistakes. Like, just the dumb mistakes are what kills this team. If they don't make dumb mistakes, are they going to win these games? Like, maybe not. But it's impossible for them to win now. In 2025, if they make dumb mistakes, it's just not. It's just not 2015. Yeah.
And both those guys don't spiral. I think that's the bigger
Yes.
thing with them. Like, it doesn't turn. Like, I don't think Pods is a dumb player, but he can spiral when shit doesn't go right. Like he
He
can,
also
whereas
does
like
really
Will
amazing-
Richard, GP2 is gonna just next play mentality, which is like tougher than you think. So
Absolutely. I talked a lot of shit about Pods, but man, 7'6" guy, and he goes and pulls a jump ball, right? He's like this close to being the hustle guy we want. Man, if he had fallen a little farther in the draft, maybe he has a little more humility about it, but maybe he doesn't have that built in him either, right? But he does those things, and you're like, God, that's the guy we need you to be, Pods, not the other guy that's kind of out there languishing around with these whack turnovers. We can't handle it. We don't have that.
Yeah.
We're not that good that we can overcome it. I think that's the real thing. We can't.
They can't. Also, like and look, maybe I'm the Pods. I feel like this season I've been more in on Pods than other people, but I just think the play on the floor is frustrating in the moment. But if you look at the broader picture, like it is a net positive. Like it is a net positive. And we haven't talked about Kuminga. We're 50 minutes in. Kuminga is not a net positive, and I think that's the diff. That's it, dude. Like Kuminga is just
it's not gonna save your mentions.
I am trying to bury it. Because look, guys, Pods. Like, people fucking ask it all the time. It's like, bro, Pods rebounds, Pods tries, Pods will set a fucking screen. He'll take a charge. He'll just, what he can't do. He just can't make a pull up midi. And that affects his team, especially when Steph is out. So he looks really bad. But it's like, dude, he is a net positive, man. Like, the end of the day, like, he is. And Kuminga's just not. He's not.
Well, no matter
starting, Pods shouldn't be starting. His role.
No.
Sure.
But no matter what lineup combinations you put him in over like the large sample, he always ends up in net positive. He's one of their leaders in plus minus every year. So as frustrating as he can be, and he frustrates all of us in different ways. I wish he shot the ball a little bit better. I wish he had a little bit more developed of a scoring package. I wish he didn't do some of the dumb shit that he does. But he was a plus 11 tonight in a game that they needed to win. And that happens consistently over and over and over.
It's not a 1 game. It's not a 5 game sample size. And again, but Walter said it earlier. It's like, but it is one of those things where Steve Kerr's going to play him 5 minutes too much, right? Like that's the thing. Because to me, it's like Moody should have played 30 tonight. But again, whatever. I just it's the Kuminga, I think, issue that's way bigger for this team. And we'll see. He didn't play in the second half. He was hurt. Whatever. Knee tendonitis for a 20-year-old is insane. I don't know. That's
not the first time he's had that either.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. I think this is where the Warriors like KGB style like propaganda machine really annoys me because he's not that talented. Like,
who are you talking about?
Yeah, Kuminga.
Oh yeah.
He has talent. Like, to say he doesn't have talent is just dishonest. But like the type of player he is, which is an athlete who doesn't really create for others or shoot the ball at any sort of above average level, like, those players cannot be stars in the modern NBA. Like, he might have been able to be like a Dominique Wilkins style star in the 90s when athleticism was more important than what you could do with the ball. At this stage, he's just an athlete who has some skill, but not enough, and he's not really a committed enough defender. And maybe that's even unfair to him. He's just not a mature enough defender at this stage. But like, all this stuff points to like people see physical talent and assume that means he's a better player than he is. When in reality, he's just, he's kind of he's a very athletic guy who can do certain things that help your team, but he's not approaching a franchise guy.
Yeah,
But Joe took him in the top 10, so we gotta talk about him like he's an all-world talent at all stages of the game. So
I agree. I agree. Man.
I gotta always end up being the biggest hater here, but while also being the biggest Kuminga stan.
Yeah, you're the number one Kuminga guy. What are we talking about?
That's only because I'm chilling. I'm in a good mood, so I'm not gonna do the
It's not worth the drama tonight.
I'm looking forward to him being traded.
We'll see what happens. Long way to go. We got 8 weeks till that's even possible.
I mean, I'm also looking forward to him walking for nothing.
You know what I would be interested? I'm not interested in seeing it because I know that what's going to happen, and it's probably not going to be good for the team long term. but they're going to play Draymond at the 5 more, and they're going to win more games, and they're going to put guys next to him that are going to be a better fit, and they're just going to win more games. And
I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. Post has been good. Post's a weird matchup for tonight, specifically against Wemby.
Yeah.
But he's been their best plus minus guy on the team so far this year. He's like plus 18 per 100 or on off.
Vooch at home.
He's been good. Yeah, Vooch at home. But like he's been good. I don't think they have to lean fully into it. Maybe they will a little bit more than they wanted to. But I think Post has been. Yeah, I hope they won't either. Post has been good enough. And when the schedule spaces out a little bit, and we're not playing 4 games every week and have a back-to-back every week, Al will be in the lineup more frequently. That's been part of the issue with the center rotation. Al's played like 60% of their games so far, and it's just a scheduling issue.
Yeah, Al was great. Al was great tonight.
He's great. He's great.
Which will clear up later in the year. I'm actually really glad it's happening early in the year and not later in the year after we have a lot of miles on those legs. Like, let's get these back-to-backs done now.
Sure.
Right. I think that's really going to be a net positive for the Warriors in the second part of the year. It's just like, just don't dig as much of a hole as we're digging, please.
Yeah, true.
Mick Walters, appreciate you. Have a great evening, my man. I say we end it there.
Okay.